All right, guys. How you doing tonight? Cheers. How you doing tonight? This is I'm recording this on Wednesday, and what's really awesome is um, Monday is a holiday, so we get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I'm gonna fucking record so much shit, dudes. So much shit. Anyway, what's even better? So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were fucking hell. No, they weren't. No, it wasn't hell. It was really, really busy. It wasn't hell. Everything was doable. Everything just took time. It took time. I mean, I didn't even know some of the days went by, to be honest. Anyway, so the nice thing is Friday we only have one client open, so Friday is pretty much a vacation day. Thursday, pretty much everyone's gearing up for Friday. So Thursday's pretty. So I might have a nice fucking long weekend, dude, to record shit for you guys on my YouTubes. I just did a little beer review on a Ninja and Unicorn, Ninja versus Unicorn. I call it ninjas. So Ninja versus Unicorn, Ninjas double IPA, very good. Check it out if you guys like beer. Doesn't have that round. Just watch the video. I mean, it's. I don't know how to explain that any better. So you guys who drink beer, maybe you can write in the comments and let me know if anybody watches this shit that what I'm drinking, what I'm experiencing, it's not a round taste. It's something else, and I can't express it correctly. Just the way it goes. All right, so this is the wrong game, which is fine. We just finished episode 3 of Telltale series, The Expanse, and I loved it. It was shorter, but I loved it. I loved the whole thing. I actually was a little choked up at the end because my decisions made Maya die. And I'm like, it's pretty good voice acting here. I'm kind of getting into it and I'm kind of feeling, I'm kind of feeling it. She had a nice relationship going, starting up with, I assume starting up. We don't know a history before this, but with drummer, and it's over. Just a video game, right? Dude, man, how many people had a really hard time getting past Joel's death? I think about it still. I still think about it. I wasn't a huge fan of Last of Us Part 2, but I wasn't a huge fan of, or maybe the better way for me to say that is I didn't. All right, this is gonna fucking be a completely separate video because I'm off on this tangent, and I'm gonna just put this into the life and other playlist because I'm not playing a game right now. I'm just not. All right, so The Last of Us Part 2 was. We all know what happened in The Last of Us Part 1. We even saw the series, which was great. Pedro Pascal was wonderful in that. And so was, what's her face from Game of Thrones? Actually, he was from Game of Thrones too, but whatever. So we know what happens in The Last of Us Part 1 with Tess and blah. And then, and that kid, and we played The Last of Us, the DLC. We knew Riley. We know what happens there. Okay. Then that was sort of not really very brutal, right? And I mean, Joel, you know, he starts out by being very, um, you know, his own daughter dies, so he's very closed off, but throughout the game, he gets closer and closer to Ellie, as if Ellie is his daughter, you know, because a little girl, and he has to take care of her and bring her across the United States to find out what's going on with these fireflies. And his own daughter got shot brutally and gets killed, you know, by the police or whatever because they thought she was infected. Whatever. Because they thought he was infected, she gets shot. Hope that wasn't a spoiler. Spoiler alert. Anyway, been out for years, man. Get over it. Go play it. It's awesome. Go play both games. They're both awesome. Anyway, so The Last of Us 1 was like that. The Last of Us 2 was very brutal. It took things a little too far, but I'm not quite sure how they would have done it any differently with that content. So I'm playing through it and I'm like, man, this is fucking ridiculous, man. There's shit going on. What's happening? And then they killed Joel off like they killed Joel off. I'm like, who's this bitch? Was she killing Joel off? Like, why'd she hit her with the fucking 2-iron? Spoiler alert. Kind of. I mean, literally that moment. I don't remember a video game of like having that kind of profound impact. I mean, we were such Joel fans from the first game. Eventually, because he was sort of a hard ass, and I couldn't really identify with him. And then as the game went on, you know, I think he became an Ellie fan, or maybe the right way. Am I even fucking shit? Hold on. There. I mean, how many minutes are we into it? You can't even see me because I fucking have shit in front of me. Anyway, how many people thought that him getting over the loss of his daughter and then liking Ellie happened a little too fast, just a tad too quickly? Am I overthinking that? Let me know. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm overthinking that. I think it happened a little too fast. It was sort of like not gradual enough, maybe, for me. The point is, he did, right? And then Naughty Dog made part 2. I love Jackson, the settlement. I wish they spent a little more time there. I wish I had more dialogue with that whole the community. But how big can the game be, right? I think they did a wonderful job. I think they did a great job making it. I think the flashbacks with Joel and Ellie were completely necessary, and the game would have been way worse without those emotional flashbacks. Oh my god, you know, fuck, man. So I'm watching that game and he gets killed like that, and I'm like, you know, we're all having a really hard time with that. If you guys didn't get spoiled on the internet, because the internet is fucking rude, to be honest. Which is why I'm on it. Not why I'm on it. But if you didn't get spoiled and it was a complete surprise to you, as it was to me, I would implore you guys, if you guys play video games, and I know you do, if you're watching this shit, you play video games, don't look at trailers. Don't. If you want to see a movie that you think might be good, don't watch the trailer. Don't be completely surprised by it. Hopefully it will be good. So I guess you can't say don't watch the trailer. I can't really. You guys do what you want, but I just refuse to watch trailers for video games, for movies. The problem with that with video games is the games cost $70, right? So what I do to compensate for that is I wait for it to come out and then I read the critic reviews and stuff in Meta. So you read that and you sort of get an idea because they take spoilers out or they they black them out or whatever. So I don't get spoiled. And I get an overall impression of what the critics think of the game and what the community thinks of the game. So like The Last of Us was like a critics 93 or something, and the consumers like a 2, right? Because everybody couldn't believe that Joel was dead. Like, what the fuck are they doing, right? All right. I think killing off Joel. I mean, I don't know how they would have did the story if they didn't do that, right? I mean, they would have did the story a different way, obviously, but how would that have gone? I don't know. How do you think that would have gone? You watch TV shows. You watch maybe you watch Game of Thrones. Maybe you watch some brutal shows like that, which are extremely rewarding. Watching those, okay. So one thing that I love to talk about are shows that either have what I call wins or don't have any wins, or there's too much time between wins. So if you're watching a show and it's very toxic, it's very negative, it's very whatever you want to call it, whatever adjective comes to your mind, it's dark, like the Joker, the movie The Joker, right? It's dark, death, everything that's happening around in the world that we don't want anything to do with right now. Wherever you are in your life, whatever is happening, when you go to a movie theater, you don't want to see the same shit that's happening in real life. You just don't. And if you do, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm just saying, I want something different. I don't want to have a video or a video game, movie, whatever, talking about real life. Because I am living real life. So I know what is happening in real life. And that's the same as having a movie or a game that has elements of real life in it that are negative and toxic, that are elements meaning the exact same thing that's happening in our world, right? Same thing to me. I like push those together, same fucking thing. So I have to be really careful when picking games that are like that or watching movies that are like that, because I mean, my God, we go through it every day, man. We all go through it every day. We're just trying to find a way to live our life. Maybe we're in our own little bubbles. Maybe we're like, okay, the outside world, we're going to be playing videos. Whatever you guys need to do in order to relax, ground yourself, reset, however you want to put it, when you play a game, the feeling that you get when you play Bloodborne or when you play Control or any of these games that make you happy, that there are elements of the game. There may be a story game, maybe it's God of War or something like that, and in it there are these things called wins to me. So I'm watching, specifically getting around to my exact point, Game of Thrones. So you watch Game of Thrones, right? People are dying all over the place. People are getting killed. They're ripping their nails off. They're fucking all kinds of shit's happening in that thing, right? Daenerys is getting shit on. She's getting raped. She's being given away. She's like, everyone's pissing on her, whatever, right? And things happen in the show such that these things happen, but that character gets revenge. There are other good things that happen to them outside of all of the bad. I call those wins. Okay, this person got like Daenerys gets fucking wins left and right, man. I mean, you see what happens to her, and then like she tries to bring her husband back, and then the fucking dude, the witch turns him into a zombie or some shit, whatever. And then she walks out of a fire with some fucking dragons and tortures everyone. Then she gets kidnapped, put in the tower, right? In that fucking wizard tower thing with the fucking purple face wizard dudes. And then they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna stay here forever. And she's just like, yeah. Why? And he's like, because we want your dragon. She's like, oh yeah? Dracarys. And then the fucking little baby dragons light the guy up and she gets out. To win, right? That's what I'm talking about. You need to have those things in whatever you watch. You need to have wins. You guys remember the show Entourage on HBO? There were wins there too. There's bad things that happened to those dudes. I mean, it was really cool. It was sort of like the fictional life of that guy and his posse. Bad things would happen. And then good things would happen. Bad things and then good things. As long as there was an adequate amount of good things, you kept going because you're like, yeah, man. Yeah, he overcame that. Yeah, fuck them, man. Yeah, whatever. Daenerys just like rode a dragon and torched fucking everybody. Right? So those wins in video games and in movies, everything. If you don't have those, it's just down, 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 down. It even happened in like The Crow. Have you guys seen The Crow? You guys should see The Crow. It's an older movie. I was in college. That would tell you how old I am. Old. Man. Nothing good happened to them, man. Until it did. Awesome movie. Awesome. And then like the dude actually really gets killed in making the movie. I mean, what the fuck? Anyway, I mean, that was a downer for sure. But the movie, my God. And then the other ones that they made after it, fuck that. Don't even bother. So anyway, so I don't even know how I got off onto this topic. It was I think I was talking about wins and like The Last of Us 2. So The Last of Us 2 is pretty brutal, but there are wins there. There are wins there in it. Not enough. Probably halfway through to the end, not enough. But there was enough things happening and ways in the game to play and make your character better. Ellie sort of made up for it a little bit, but the overall plot from the middle to the end, there weren't enough. I don't think there were enough wins. But the end, those dudes at Naughty Dog, man, they could make a game. They could make a game just really good. Just like recovered. I'm like, man, this sucks, right? You're like in the beginning of the game, you're like a quarter through the game, man, this is horrible. Then they do a flashback and you're like, man, so good. It's so good. So I don't even know what this video is, really. It's just me talking about bullshit. So I'm putting it in the life and other playlist. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed making it. I talk about this shit all the time to my wife, and she just looks at me like, I just want to watch Below Deck. Okay. Like, all right. Good talking to you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll have more bullshit content like this later. See you soon.